Hey, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Chastity, and here we talk about makeup, celebrities, TV shows, animes, and kind of anything else that garners my attention this week. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I will be talking about two situations instead of just one, just because they both happen in the span of like 24 hours of each other. And instead of just making two separate videos that would be pretty short, just make one long one together. And today, for the third video this week, I was off last week and now I'm gonna come through with content, but this video is a very impromptu video. Normally, I kind of plan all my videos out beforehand. Even if I decide to do a video like the day before I film it, I usually create an outline. But today, no outlines, just vibes, just because this situation really irked me and like I don't understand how this girl has not been deplatformed for what she did, and it infuriates me so much. So the person we will be talking about today is Gabi Demartino. I think that's her name. I don't follow her or anything. She is not part of the content creators that I watch. I've seen her before and in passing maybe, and I've just been like, this is not good content. Don't know why you have supporters, but she's pretty. I'm like 85% sure she's the girl that not the girl, but one of the girls whose gigs was like pretending to be Ariana Grande. Like, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if that's not her, because every time I look at her, she looks like a dollar store Ariana Grande. So I think that was like her big rise. But Gabi has a twin sister named Nikki, and they have their like joint YouTube channel, and then they each have their separate. From what I've garnered from other people talking about it and other videos like that, is that Nikki and Gabi have a pretty young fan base. Like a lot of these really big YouTubers tend to have. Very few like huge YouTubers have a lot of grown people as their supporters. Usually it's children, because children are more likely to spend the money, more likely to watch your streams, more likely to kind of interact and engage with you more. That's just what I've noticed. Again, have not seen somebody with a huge platform and their fan base be primarily adults. Usually there's a lot of younger kids. And I know Nikki and Gabi said that their analytics say that their subscribers are between 18 and like in their 20s. But children lie. Like, because you can age gate content on YouTube. So why would I, a person under age of 13, not lie about my age to use YouTube? Because I lied when I first made my very first YouTube account. I was definitely under age 13. Like most of us were. We were, well, those of us born in the late 90s, we were all under 13 years old when we got on YouTube. So children lie every day of the week. You lie to get on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all y'all a bunch of liars. We all did it. That's what their analytics say, but again, that could be wrong. As well as I did a small bit of research, so I'm not coming in here with just vibes, but mostly vibes, but with a little bit of knowledge. I've seen like clips from their like tours and stuff like that. Children are there. And as well as seeing how people have responded to the situation, children. Because no grown adult will hear about this situation and hear her apology and be like, oh yeah, it's fine. No, she's wrong from beginning to end. But children kind of just accept apologies and be like, well, you apologize and that's enough. When it's like, no, the action was very egregious and an apology does not fix that. So, like many other content creators, Gabi has made an OnlyFans, and that's not a problem. I don't have an issue with that. I made a video before about men and OnlyFans. Like I've stated, I have no problem with OnlyFans. A living is a living. The bank don't care where you get your money from. You know what I mean? Like bill collectors, your landlord, they don't care. If the money is green and in their hand, they cool with it. So like, if that is the type of work you need to do in order to pay your bills, go for it. You will never hear me talking shit about you for that. My issue is, so also doing this, I've learned a little bit more about OnlyFans. I still don't have an account, still won't make one. I'm not spending money to see your face naked. I won't do that. But So what happens is there's like different types of accounts you can do. One where like the person just pays the monthly fee and they have access to all your content. And then, wow, not me throwing this pen. I have this pen, but the notes are empty. I'm so sorry. Over there. So what you can do is, again, have just the one-time pay for the month and then you view all their content. Or you can be sent as a subscriber a private message and say, for this specific picture, it costs this amount of money. If you like to see the picture, spend it. So, didn't know that from my last OnlyFans video, but now I know that now. Okay, listen, I'm getting the knowledge. I'm doing a little more research. So, her subscribers to OnlyFans got their little private message, and the caption for the message was something about like, I'm not wearing any panties. So people paid and clicked, and it was a video of Gabi. That's what we know for a fact. It is a video of Gabi when she was like 3 years old, lifting up her dress, flashing her privates. Do you need a minute? Because I needed one. Made people pay money to see her genitals from when she was under the age of like 5. Now, she tried to spin it like no one should have thought this was sexual, because she doubled down. And I feel like, I don't know if I talked about this in a video before, but no one in the history of doubling down has ever been in the right. You never double down when you're right. Only wrong people double down. And she tried to double down and be like, I use my OnlyFans like a Finsta. It was supposed to be this funny little clip when I was a kid, yada, yada, yada. And that would be believable if that was true. But after doing some research, I told y'all, I did light research, a little peruse. The content that Gabi had been posting on her OnlyFans was sexually suggestive. Now, not everybody uses their OnlyFans for sex work. That is 100% true. There are people and artists, I know some musicians use it to like post like maybe like clips and stuff, demos of music they're working on, and so forth and so forth. I know some people, not everyone on OnlyFans is there for the sexual aspect. But context clues from Gabi's OnlyFans would tell you that there had been sexually suggestive things posted on it. There was like a video of her boyfriend like kissing on her neck. There's a video of her holding her breast, kind of doing a little like nip slip type of thing. Another picture of her topless, pressed up against another woman who was wearing a shirt. So there was already sexually suggestive things on Gabi's OnlyFans. So it would lead someone to believe that the purpose of this video, this I'm not wearing any panties video, would be sexual in nature, when all your other content on OnlyFans has been sexual in nature, you dummy. You stupid. Because the thing with Gabi is, she thinks we're as stupid as she is. I genuinely believe she thinks we're dumb like her, and we're not. Because you cannot explain to me why you would make that caption and then post that video. Because you can't make it make sense to me why you would record that video, post that video with that caption. You made people pay to see a video of you when you were a little girl, putting up your skirt and showing your privates. You made them pay for that. What's not clicking in your brain, Gabi? The synapses not firing off, is it? Because there is no way you sat there and set this up and was like, this is normal. Like, I couldn't imagine, like, if I was someone that used OnlyFans, right? Like, as a consumer, and I see that caption, I pay my $3 and I see a little child lifting up their skirt. That is, it is the way that she tricked probably hundreds of people to engage in child pornography. Because that's exactly what she fucking did. You sold a naked picture of yourself when you were a child. What's not clicking in here? Snaps, like, she's older than me. Gabi and Nikki are older than me. So their frontal lobes have been developed for a minute. They're not 16, 17 years old, 18. They're pretty grown. They should know better. Because they've been, and it's like, the few times I've heard about Nikki and Gabi, there was talks about them posting more sexual things on their YouTube channel with them having a young audience. So this is a thing. Them being sexual and involving young people is a thing, is their brand a little bit. So like that, what I know from that in this video, I know what you're doing. And it's gross and it's disgusting. I think what hurts me the most is it would be terrible, right, if she posted like someone else's naked child, but it's something about her posting herself that's so disgusting to me, just because I know of the amount of children who are being sexually abused and have their bodies on these gross, disgusting websites, and they have no choice about it. They can't do anything about it, and you did that shit on fucking purpose. I am disgusted by her. Thankfully enough, I think OnlyFans said they had like deleted her account or suspended it or whatever. She needs to be deplatformed off of everything. Like, I feel like your actions on other social media platforms, if they're this heinous, needs to follow you. You should not be on the internet if you think shit like this is a good idea. Because this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is what she did today. What is she going to do 2 months from now, 6 months from now? Because you know how the internet people are. Once they stop getting a little bit of attention, they start doing outrageous shit. And it's like fucking clockwork. Like, I promise you in a couple weeks, the Kid Dragon probably won't do something stupid again. Because it's been a minute since we talked about her. Like, internet fame is addicting to some people, and wanting to stay up on top and wanting to be talked about, especially when you don't actually have any actual talents. Because, again, does anyone actually know, like, what Gabi does? Like, what's her content? Like what does she have going for her besides being a very pretty girl? It's not a personality. Because if you have a personality, you don't have to do such desperate things to get attention. When you have a great personality, people just flock to you. When you're just pretty, people come to you, but they don't stay. And that's the issue with people like Nikki and Gabi. There's nothing beyond a pretty face. And so to keep people paying attention to you, you gotta do crazy things. But this is gross and it's disgusting. Ugh. So gross. Okay, so like the next thing I want to talk about is the whole like Asian Doll situation. So Asian Doll was dating a rapper named King Von. A couple weeks back, he was fatally shot, murdered, and since that has happened, Asian Doll has been publicly grieving about it. You know, tweeting, going on Instagram. She got a tattoo of him tatted on the back of her hand. She changed a lot of her social medias to his name. And she's just been very public with her grief and very public with what she's been going through. And for some reason, y'all are upset that she's publicly grieving, which I find very interesting. Because y'all are the grief police. Because when Kobe Bryant's family didn't want to publicly grieve about it, some of y'all had an issue with that. When Naya Rivera passed, and a lot of the Glee cast didn't want to perform grief in the way that you liked, it was a problem and it was an issue, and you were talking about how they didn't really care for them. A lot of really disgusting and messed up shit to people who just lost somebody. And now we have Asian Doll, who is very public with her grief, very public with everything she's going through and all the pain she's feeling from losing her boyfriend, someone who I feel like she loved. They've been together for a little bit. I've seen them together. They seem happy. They seem like a really good couple. But she is being very public with her grief and with her pain, and y'all are calling her a clout chaser. Her boyfriend has died. And I don't understand policing someone's grief. I feel like social media will never be happy. That's fact. Like, that's just how social media works. The whole internet will never be happy. But this need to have people perform grief in a way you like to appease you is gross and disgusting. Because again, if you are too private, you never cared about the person. And if you're too public, you're a clout chaser. This person is dead. What is wrong with some of y'all? Some of y'all are like truly, truly monsters in like real life. You're the villains in everybody's stories in your life. But like this weird, again, it's the policing of grief. You have no right to tell somebody how they're grieving and you feel like she's doing too much. A lot of it is coming from the fact that a lot of y'all believe she has no right to be this upset because she was just a girlfriend and she wasn't his wife or she wasn't his baby mama. Y'all terrible people too. Telling someone because they were not this specific, like, she was his girlfriend. She loved him. He loved her, presumably. I'm not going to pretend I was in the relationship, but they seemed pretty loving. I don't really remember ever seeing Asian Doll get on social media and airing out their dirty laundry like that. Like, I really don't remember ever hearing anything about them two. Like, I feel like I would just see them be all glued up together, and that would really be the extent of what I've seen from Asian Dolls and, like, King Von's relationship. Also, like, I feel like clout chasing is weird off the strength that, like, I feel like most people don't know who King Von is. Like, if you... Like, because I've never heard of this man before. Like, I've heard of Asian Doll. I've never heard of King Von. That's not to say he isn't, like, a big artist. It just has not reached me. And I know it hasn't reached a lot of my friends. So, when he passed away, that was unfortunately the first time I'd ever heard of him. Like, because I feel like I've seen him, like, next to Asian Doll, but I am not a fan of Asian Doll like that. Her music's okay, but I don't go out to consume it. So, I feel like for a lot of us, we didn't know who this man was, unfortunately, until he passed. So I feel like clout chasing off of somebody that was not wildly popular doesn't make much sense. Let's start there. Also, y'all are gross and disgusting. I can't keep saying it. Gross and disgusting because someone is not performing grief in the way you want. Y'all gotta stop this. You cannot tell somebody how to grieve. We are not the same person. I personally am a silent griever. You will never hear me post anything about any of the horrible things I've gone through. Never, never, never. Like, I feel like when my grandmother passed, I posted one picture from the funeral, and that was pretty much it. And I only posted it because not all of our family could have made it, but some of them who couldn't followed me on Instagram, so I just wanted them to see it, to see that grandma went away beautifully, that her funeral was amazing, and that we were all together. You know, like, that's why I posted it, was for the family that follow me and who couldn't be there. I didn't post it because I wanted people to know I was sad. I couldn't give a shit. Like, I appreciated the people that were, like, gave me their condolences and stuff like that. I really did appreciate that, but that's not what I posted it for. I didn't post it for condolences. I posted it so everyone in my family could see who couldn't show up. Like, besides that, I've never publicly grieved about anything. Because my mother's mom isn't the first person I've lost. But this was just the first time I felt the need to post something. And I didn't do it because I really wanted attention. This was someone I loved. And I wanted everyone in my family to be able to say goodbye to her. Y'all are weird. Like, y'all are truly, truly weirdos. Again, stop policing how people show their feelings. It's weird. It's gross. Worry about yourself. Cause y'all really like her, like she's trending right as I'm recording this, like right now. Her name is trending because y'all are upset. Calling her a weirdo because she's not grieving in the way you like. Y'all are not seeing the pearly gates. Never. Okay, so that's it for my video. Thank you guys so much if you made it this far. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. How do you feel about Gabi and like the whole OnlyFans situation? Do you honestly believe it was an honest mistake and she didn't know what she was doing? Are you of the opinion that she thinks we're dumb like she is? Also, how do you feel about the whole Asian doll situation? Do you think it's right to tell people how to grieve? And is it okay to call people a clout chaser when someone very close to them has died? Why or why not? Please explain yourself. Tell me so we can have a like discussion in the comments. All right. Bye, guys.